My name is Christy Crockwell. I'm 42 years old and I am currently a student at Jeff State. I decided to go to Jeff State last fall. I was an office manager at a real estate company and lost my job, and at that point decided that I needed to look at my options. I started sending my resume out, and of course with the economy and all the lack of jobs out there, decided to look at going back to school. I decided to check into several of the local colleges. I went to probably 3 different ones, including Jeff State, and talked to the administrations and looked at financing options and all of the different grants that are out there. I am a single mom, so I was going to need all the assistance I could to be able to go. After doing that, I decided that Jeff State was the best one for me. They were very informative whenever I contacted them about the different things that I was needing help with. I then at that point decided that I really needed to kind of stop and think about what it was I wanted to study, which I was told to meet with an advisor and go over all of my options. And that went really well. I decided that I wanted to go into criminal justice and law enforcement. Just several things in my life in the past that have kind of led me to be interested in our court system. And so I got out a Jeff State catalog and started looking at all the classes that I would need to take and what my options were. And I began last winter term, and I've thoroughly enjoyed all of my instructors. I've enjoyed the classes. Everybody's been extremely helpful in letting me know excuse me, what the next steps were to take to get prepared for my classes, what I would need. I was very nervous starting back to school. I have not been to college. I've been out of high school for 24 years. Had no idea what to expect. Did not know if other students were going to accept me or if I would feel very out of place sitting in a classroom full of 19, 20-year-old kids, same age as my son. I wasn't sure if the instructors were going to accept me as a student or basically expect me to know a lot of the stuff since I was older. I found them to be I found the instructors to be very helpful. I found all of the students actually have been very accepting. I've met a lot of young people that have very bright futures ahead of them, and it's been very interesting to get to know some of the kids in my classes and to sit there and to hear their stories so far and to remember at that age what it's like to not know what the future holds. And the instructors are accepting of the older people coming back to school. They don't judge you or they don't treat you any differently. Very helpful. It was very intimidating. I did finish the first term with a 4.0, so I was very proud. And I finished the semester term as well. So you do have to put a little effort into it. It's not something that comes easy, for me anyway. But I have definitely enjoyed being here at Jeff State and look forward to the final few terms that I have to take to complete my degree. I have probably 4 more terms to take, and I'll be getting my associate's degree. And at that point, I haven't quite decided. I don't know if I'm going to go directly into working. What I'd like to do is juvenile corrections. I live in Columbiana area, so I'm surrounded by the court and the jail and different probation offices. I am not decided though. I may actually transfer and continue on to a 4-year degree. It just depends on the economy and what the job situation is. I do believe that me going back to school at this time in my life has been a good positive example for my children. They now do see that education is very important. I really wish I had gone right out of high school and gotten an education at that point. But I did not have the ability to. I was a young single mom and decided that I needed to work full time. So my son, though now 24 years old, does see that education is very important, and hopefully he and my daughter, who's 11, will continue on as soon as they're through with their school and maybe come here to Jeff State.